Have you ever just sat and people watched before? I find it very interesting to watch how people interact with one another. Being able to build and keep relationships is essential for not only being a leader, but in all situations of life. The ability to work with people and develop relationships is absolutely indispensable to effective leadership. People truly do want to go along with people they get along with. And while someone can have people skills and not be a good leader, he or she cannot be a good leader without people skills. Never underestimate the power of relationships on people's lives. If your relational skills are weak, your leadership will always suffer. Say you are a boss and your marketing newbie botched his presentation to the senior team. Do you call him out in front of the group, belittling his analysis and indicating that his mistake could be career-ending? Or do you acknowledge holes in his summary and suggest he lead a group debrief to fill in the gaps? A relationship leader is direct, truthful, and open, but he or she isn't a jerk. There's a distinct level of honesty to drive home the point, but it's delivered in a way that's humane and sincere. People want to work with leaders who can make decisions. However, being decisive also means building consensus when appropriate. Relationship leaders have versatile approaches and understand when to slow down and solicit ideas or ask questions. The ability to probe effectively leaves your team feeling like you're curious about their perspective, not just quizzing them in order to prove you have all the answers. Relationship leaders also shy away from command-like methods. Today's workforce doesn't respond to a "because I'm the boss" rationale. Being decisive means you have data and input to move forward. Being directive could mean you're impatient and have little need for others' input. Before you react, pause to take a breath. It's not easy. It can be tough to be a relationship-focused leader when every fiber of you wants to react to the situation instead of taking a moment. Just think about how differently you can handle a tough scenario if you respond instead of reacting. Responding requires thoughtfulness and tact. It's less emotionally driven and more solution-oriented. You don't need to profess an unending love for your team, but leaders who deploy a relationship-based style are better able to relate to an ever-changing and diverse workplace. They are able to handle dynamic shifts in business cycles and maintain their composure and their teams. By being curious about people while driving results, they are able to build and maintain stronger teams. To improve your relationships, you should improve your mind. If your ability to understand people needs improvement, jumpstart it by reading books on the subject, then spend more time observing people and talking to them to apply what you have learned. Another thing you could do to improve your mind is make a list of little things you could do to add value to friends and colleagues that you already have. Then try to do one of them every day. Don't wait until you feel like it to help others. If you have a long-term relationship that has faded, do what you can to rebuild it. Getting my job as a nanny required me to build a bond and relationship with the children and also the parents. As a nanny, I influence the children in my care and must acknowledge the importance of the role I play in the lives. I must commit to making a positive difference in the lives of the children for whom I care for. Children learn most from the ones they love and that care for them. As their nanny, they learn how to build a solid friendship from learning and watching how I interact with others. If I was closed off and cold to others, they would think that is. It's all about new beginnings, laying solid foundations, and building strong relationships. Everything we want is in front of us.